पाकिस्तान से इधर आए थे, हमारे पास कुछ नहीं था। 6 बहन भाई थे, माँ बाप थे, इतनी जगह में हम रहते थे, जितना मतलब यहाँ से लेके। और जो मेरा स्कूल था उसमें ना कोई दरवाजा था ना खिड़की थी, और टीचर की कुर्सी को मैं घर लेके आता था सिर पे उठा के, ताकि कोई ले ना जाए। तो मैंने वो चीजें देखी हैं गरीबी में। उसके बाद कई लोगों ने हमारी मदद की, धीरे धीरे पढ़ लिए, हम अमेरिका पहुंच गए। पर हम हमेशा सोचते हैं कि उन लोगों ने जिन्होंने हमारी मदद की थी उनका उधार है हम पे, जो हम आपको मदद करने के लिए, कोशिश करने के लिए फंडिंग करते हैं। हम कुछ नहीं दे रहे हैं, उधार उतार रहे हैं। और मैं ये चाहूंगा कि जब आप लोग पढ़ लिख के अच्छी नौकरी हो जाए तो आप भी ये कोशिश करना कि जो आपके पीछे हैं उनको कैसे मदद मिले कोर्स करके, ताकि वो भी आगे बढ़ जाए।
So, when we talk of KMG's CSR journey, the first thing that comes to my mind is that KMG itself was a journey in CSR. Because I think Subhash sir's one very core objective of starting KMG was that it should generate employment in the country which made him. In fact, he used to talk more than about paying back. I remember him. He was probably sitting exactly where I'm sitting right now and addressing this group of GDAs. It was their first day of training at SPYM. And he shared his story. He said how, as a 6-month-old baby, he had come to India and there were 8 in their family staying in a room which was probably just about this much. And how, after that, he benefited from free education in school, in college. And of course, there were people helping their household, all of which made him graduate as an engineer, join IBM, then start his own company. So he said that there are a lot of countless people about whom he does not know who have made what he is today. And so he's not actually doing any social work, he's just trying to repay that debt. Aman, you were a torchbearer of his dreams of this repayment. I'm sure you will have a lot to share.
Yes. So my first interaction with Subhash sir was in April 2021. During that time, we were raising funds for COVID relief work in India. And I used to share donation link with my college friends and alumni. One fine day, I received a message. Sir wrote, "This is Subhash C. Bhatia, DC 1962-67 batch pass out. This is my WhatsApp number. Please call. I want to know more about your foundation." And I'm the founder of Gyan Kunj Foundation, so he was talking about Gyan Kunj. So very same evening, I called him and we shared our ideas, our dreams. We talked about our college, how the name changed from DCE to now DTU. It was a profound honor for me to call him my senior. I started with tutoring children at Gyan Kunj Foundation, but sir encouraged me to dream much bigger. He pushed us to see beyond tutoring into youth skill training, healthcare and employment. When the very first batch of GGA training got graduated, his joy was magical.
Yes, Aman, I remember he pushing us hard to go to various places, companies and hospitals, training different people, slums, going to different NGOs, SPYM, Shakti Foundation and MID. Today sir is here with us, pushing us really hard to train more and more children, more and more people, giving more skills. And of course, we have gone to various schools also, you remember?
Yeah.
Filling gaps with doing the government job also, going to schools where the things which government schools and the people who have to do other jobs also, filling gaps. The job which government school people should have done, we have done that job also. Sir has given us immense. Till today I remember, I used to pick up his call and used to ask me personal questions. How are you? I mean, hard questions were asked later on. How are you was the first thing he used to ask, and then he used to, grind me asking, how was your day? And the call used to be cut saying, have fun. I was like, now this is have fun. Okay. The grinding part used to go in between. But I've had fun working with him. And giving skills was something he used to, ask us to go work.
Right. Yeah, Sheetal, I mean, his first lines used to be always "Kaise hain aap?"
How
are you? And he used to always end with "have fun." In fact, a lot of these NGOs that you named, right? SPYM, MID, Shakti Foundation. I was somewhere involved, and I feel very fortunate, for having introduced these NGOs to him. And his enthusiasm to do something for them was, nothing sort of infectious. He used to work on the total principle of trust. Even if some NGOs did not do as well, he used to just move on. Sometimes I used to feel that, there was something really divine about his intervention. For SPYM, I still remember that there was this time when, these homeless shelters, we are trying to get the children out from beggary and getting them into normal mainstream education. And one very big attraction is the food that's served in the homeless shelters. And for some reason, the government had decided to do away with serving those food. And Dr. Rajesh and me, we were just scratching our heads. How do we get this working? And that day, out of nowhere, I get a call from SCB, and he says, you were talking about one SPYM, can we do something for it? So I felt it was really some, magic happening from upstairs, that this sort of, enquiry should come from him. Yeah, and his real, enthusiasm for helping the social workers. I think they are always a neglected lot, right? I mean, we always concentrate on the beneficiary, never on the people working there. I still remember that, there was this unfortunate death of one of the employees, husband of the employees of MID. He died due to an accident. And I was sharing with SEB how, we had to really mobilize resources to pay. And within a couple of weeks, I get a call from him. He says, I want to institute a, staff healthcare fund. And he said that this money should only be used for medical emergencies. So it was really phenomenal the way the man could think about everybody.
Sir didn't care about the numbers or results. He only insisted on doing good work. For him, it was always about transforming lives. And I'm deeply humbled to have shared a part of that journey. And as you mentioned, sir, he carried this conviction into his last venture, Six Sigma Elder Care Private Limited. He started after seeing friends struggle to find quality caregivers for their parents.
Right.
Even in business, he emphasized on fair pay for our caregivers, proving charity
Begins at home.
Right. He taught me to face clients' frustration with patience and compassion. That patience is now my second nature. He did not just transform lives, he transformed me and made me a good human being. With gratitude he served, with compassion he gave, a life of selfless light beyond the final grave.
Wow, profound words, Aman.
Yeah, really nice.
So, Sheetal, I remember you talking a lot about, SSEC, it's a business. I remember you having this conversation with Subhash sir when he was around, that are we doing business or are we doing charity?
Yeah, I rightly remember, sir. In the beginning, we had 10 GDA centers, and all we were supposed to do was concentrate more on the training part.
Yes.
And then he wanted to do business and create a business in a manner that we could sustain these GDA centers. So the whole idea was to train more people and make them self-sufficient eventually. So business was a secondary idea. But now, having said and having being a part of the SSCC team in itself, I see a lot of potential, and we could cater both the sides. Now I see a lot of people being taken care of in both the sides, like the caregivers are also being fed nicely, and the elderlies are also being very well taken care. And hats off to Aman by doing it affluently, very nicely. The whole team is day and night fully involved into it. Hats off to you, Aman. Very nice.
Thank you.
Why just stop at Aman? I think, Sheetal, you also have been really guiding them really well.
True.
And what you said there, there's a very subtle point. he used to make it look as if it's a business to sustain the centers, but actually if you analyze today, it's more like a business of charity, because
Yeah, definitely, sir.
even while we are doing business, we are helping so many who are distressed. The affluent, when they are going through the problems of being an elderly, they are under distress, and similarly the caregivers who are giving them care, they need to be properly reimbursed. And that I feel sums up what Subhash Ji used to think about CSR, and which basically is what KMG's CSR journey is all about. It's about ensuring that all sections of the society, unmindful of whether they are well off or not well off, but if they are in distress, how much they can be taken care of, and also in some way create a model where you don't always have to go with a begging bowl here and there, and you can actually satisfy your needs for the social upliftment through the business that you're running.